Hi there, this is taken from my monthly watchlist series. If you want to see the full thing, the link's in the description. Cheers. The Assistant. Directed by Kitty Green, The Assistant follows Jane, an overworked, underappreciated office assistant at a film production company, who becomes aware of her boss's abusive and predatory behaviour. Even though she has minimal dialogue, Julie Garner is fantastic as Jane. She is written purposefully silent as she is treated with little respect from her co-workers, even though she's the first person in and the last person out. But that just makes her all the more observant of the office's activities and the perfect point of view character, as we get to see what everyone else is really like in how they treat her. The setting all feels very ordinary. These things were common practice in the film industry before the Me Too movement and, let's face it, still are. The Assistant, the film, not the character, takes time to observe the patterns of behaviour and the people who are complicit in the boss's behaviour or those who tolerate it. I haven't seen anything Kitty Green has made before this, but this was really well directed. The lack of music really grounds the story in a familiar place and makes it feel all the more realistic. The film even exceeds 1 hour photo in dehumanising a character as the boss is deliberately off screen. We only hear him shouting down the phone at Jane or brief glimpses of his silhouette. Similarly, the film never becomes exploitative in showing anything behind the boss's locked door. We never see what happens to the women. But the audience is fully aware of what's going on. I think you can discuss a topic without showing graphic images just to be edgy or dark, and The Assistant is a great example of that. The big climax of the film is a conversation between Jane and Matthew McFadden as the head of HR. In another movie, this would be the triumphant end and the downfall of the boss, but as the film is realistic, HR is completely ambivalent towards her. He patronises and belittles Jane, threatens her job, and wears her down until she apologises to him. He is fully aware of what the boss is doing and has no intention of following it up, as the culture of bullying and cover-ups is so prevalent. From the way he speaks to Jane, it's probable that he is doing a similar thing in his own department, or maybe he just doesn't see it as a problem or care. Either way, he's an example of this not just being one bad apple, it's the whole orchard. It's relatively short, only 87 minutes, but it feels like it says everything it needs to. The drab colour palette is all shot really well, and the performances and script are top-notch.